Hi, this is Melanie from the Customer Experience team to talk with you today about our newest integration with MailChimp. We are very excited about this expanded integration as we, and we know many of you, love and use MailChimp frequently. The integration now consists of an import from MailChimp, an export to MailChimp, along with some incredibly useful widgets to help you monitor MailChimp campaign activity from within Batchbook. To get started, first we need to set up the integration. And we'll do that by heading to the Integration tab available under the Preferences drop-down. In the MailChimp section, just click on the API key hyperlink here, and we'll shoot you over to MailChimp where you can quickly grab your new API key. Just jump back over to Batchbook and insert the key here. It's that easy. Now, if you already have an active MailChimp account, you'll probably want to get started by importing some key contacts from there. So let's head to the Import tab, where you'll see that the MailChimp is now an option. We'll go ahead and toggle the MailChimp option and you'll see a whole new set of import criteria emerge over here in the second section. First, you'll want to choose the list from MailChimp that you'd like to import. Next, you can decide what MailChimp ratings you'd like your contacts to have in order to import them in. Now, the great things about these ratings, we love them here at Batchbook, is that it allows you to only import the contacts who are actively engaged with your company, those who are opening your emails and clicking through to the links. Now, for the purpose of this screencast, I admit, since I'm working with some test accounts, I'll use the low marker of 2 stars. But I really encourage you to limit it to 3s, 4s, and 5s down the road. Those are the folks who are really looking at and engaging with your newsletters. MailChimp has some great resources on their site for helping you learn more about these ratings and what they mean. If you're curious about why we encourage you to limit to a smaller section, it's just because we don't want you to clutter Batchbook with everyone you've ever met. You should be using Batchbook to really focus in on the real relationships you have with people, the folks who really want to engage with you. Now, after making those selections, you'll see my numbers are climbing here, giving me a really good idea of who and how many people I'm importing. Next, let's move over to the Configure Import, which has the same functions as one of the regular CSV imports. I can choose to check for duplicates using just name, just email, or name and email. And then you can decide how you'd like those duplicates resolved, merging them in or ignoring the new imports. And of course, you can always tag the import. Now, if you select Preview, you'll see the mapping start to occur. If you're interested in bringing in any of this other highlighted information you're seeing here from MailChimp, you'll just want to first create a custom field set to hold that information. There's a separate screencast that can help you there if needed. So just select Import, and you'll likely be prompted with a message letting you know that it's in progress and that you'll get an email as soon as it's complete. And now let's take a look at one of these new contacts that we just imported. I'm going to select the tag here from the list that I used on the import and open up their details page by clicking More. And you'll see that we have a fabulous new widget that carries in information about your contact from MailChimp, including the campaigns that they've been sent, along with details about their participation with that campaign. Clicking the date of the campaign here will send you out to a preview of the campaign so you can have a refresher of what it was and whether or not they were paying attention. You can also click on this Add To Do button to create a new to-do for the contact based off of this campaign. Super handy for following up with folks post-campaign. And now, of course, what happens if you have folks in Batchbook that you've collected and you'd like to send them over to MailChimp to see about getting them registered onto your list? So we'll head over to the list section and take a look at a list of folks that we've created that we'd like to send over to MailChimp. This is a list that we'd like to update and send on an ongoing basis. If we check out the search criteria, you'll see it's built on a search of recently created contacts, those that were created September 1st through September 30th. But we don't want to include anyone who might already be in MailChimp, so we're also going to add this tag is not MailChimp, since that's what we've tagged our MailChimp imports. Now, MailChimp does a great job of deduping by email addresses on their end, but this will just help keep things as clear as possible going forward. So just a reminder, we have a great screencast for helping you build these searches. If you need any help there, you can find it on the support page. But from here, after you've already created the search on the list detail page, you'll see that the MailChimp export widget pops up automatically. And you can choose which of your lists from MailChimp you'd like to push these contacts to. You can also choose which email location you'd like to use, All we're sending over to MailChimp at this time is name and email. If you've been using work or main, start with those and then select to allow the primary to be included if work or main are not available. You can also choose to send the employees of any companies that might have popped up on the list. Select export and voila, there you go. You'll see them pending until they're actually pushed all the way over to MailChimp. Now, just a few quick troubleshooting things to think about. After it's gone through, if you get any type of messaging that says no contacts or maybe less contacts than you had hoped to send over are actually sent to MailChimp, there are a couple of common reasons that this might be coming from. One, if you're using role-based emails like admin at or info at, MailChimp won't accept those and so they won't be pushed through. It's possible they might have also already been sent to MailChimp previously to that list, and again, they just won't be resent, so they won't be counted. Or perhaps it's because you're sending a contact who does not have an email associated with those locations you just chose to push over. You might need to redo the list, choosing a different location if you have them varied amongst a bunch of different location types. And so now the last thing I'd like to mention is back over here on our dashboard where you'll see our new fancy MailChimp widget. Here you'll be able to see a summary of your recent MailChimp campaigns and a few details about the opens and closes. And here at the bottom is a quick little link that will push you back over to list so that you can send a new list out to MailChimp. It's a lot of great useful information at a glance. And those are really all the basics of our MailChimp integration. There's a lot of great options are available and we hope you'll take advantage and enjoy them. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please just send us a quick email to help@batchblue.com and we will be more than happy to help. Have a great day.